Well, it's up to the police and the court. Iris will have to make a formal statement saying that she found the paperweight next to you, thought it was the murder weapon, and wiped it clean with that handkerchief.
What did Mom think she could prove by hiding things this long?
Iris thought that finding the paperweight next to you was proof that you had, in fact, murdered Chris Shaw. Dennis, you have to try to understand your mother's motives, no matter how unfounded they were.
Dad, what I understand is that Mom has made a mess of things once again. Well, I guess this proves I killed Chris Shaw, doesn't it?
It proves no such thing,
Dad,
Dennis.
come on.
Dennis, until you actually remember killing that man, I refuse to believe you capable of such an act, drunk or sober.
Dad, I just wish I could remember everything that happened that night, that's all.
You will.
But something very important happened, and I can't remember it.
It will come back to you in time.
Maybe. Only I'm not sure it's a memory I want.
No one saw me because I entered Shaw's office through a back door. And there he was, lying on the floor.
Already dead. Dennis?
He was lying right next to Shaw's body, unconscious.
Where was the paperweight?
On the floor.
Where on the floor?
Next to Dennis's hand.
Why did you pick it up?
Just an instinctive reaction. It was covered with blood, and there was blood on Shaw's body. I just picked up the paperweight and took out my handkerchief and wiped it clean. I didn't think.
Where did you put the handkerchief when you finished?
I stuffed it into my raincoat pocket.
Where did you put the paperweight down?
Near Chris Shaw's body.
All right, Iris. Tell me again why you picked it up and why you wiped it off.
Instinct.
The instinctive need to protect your son because you thought he had just murdered Chris Shaw.
No.
Iris.
Oh, all right. I don't know. So many thoughts went through my mind in those few seconds. Maybe I did think for a moment that Dennis was guilty, but just for an instant.
Why didn't you tell me this in the hospital when we spoke of Dennis?
I was so upset about Alex and afraid for Dennis. I thought the paperweight lying so near his hand really made him look guilty.
Still it'd been better if the court and police had known about this right away.
Elliot made me realize that today. I was only trying to help my son. And now Elliot tells me I may be responsible for his being sent to prison for life. Stryker, please, you must help Dennis.
Can't make any promises.
I'll do anything.
Well, the first thing you do is tell the DA everything you know, and then if he can substantiate your story, I may be able to plea bargain for a charge of manslaughter. And having this as evidence might help us.
Will Dennis get a suspended sentence if the charge is manslaughter?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll be lighter, but, Iris, you better prepare yourself. You can be arrested as an accessory after the fact.
No, I didn't tell him about our little secret.
Well, it's very smart. It wouldn't serve any purpose for anyone to know that I was in Alex Wheeler's office the night he had his stroke.
What difference does that make, Peter? You told me you had nothing to do with what happened to Alex.
Other people might not see it that way.
Was Alex all right when you left his office?
I told you he was.
I know what you told me.
You don't believe me?
I know you, Peter. And I know you wouldn't tell me unless it suited your purpose. And Alex is a very special...
Now, don't start that old sad story about a wonderful human being, Alex Wheeler.
If I find out that
Paige,
anything
don't make any threats that you can't carry out.
If I find out that you were responsible, I'll go to Ryan Connor.
No. I wouldn't advise that. Not unless you want your darling husband to hear all about your activities in Hollywood.
Dennis already knows about the film that I made, Peter.
Oh, but I'll bet he hasn't heard about all of your other activities.
And just what do you think you would gain by telling Dennis that?
No. Don't get me wrong, Paige. I have no intention of telling Dennis anything. Unless I have to.
You getting a lot of reading done?
Some?
How's this?
I don't know, Dad. I haven't read it yet. Paige brought it by. She came by earlier.
I should really stop by the club to see how she's getting along.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd look forward to seeing you. You know how much she enjoys seeing you, Dad.
How did your visit with her go?
Well, it's not easy to talk here, especially when she starts going on about our future together.
Well, that's natural enough. Why does it bother you?
Well, face it, Dad, I may not get out of this place.
That's not true. Paige and Stryker and I are going to work to see that it isn't true.
Wish I had your optimism.
Dennis, how do you feel about Paige now?
I must have asked myself that question 100 times or more since I've been in here. I don't know, Dad. I have mixed feelings.
She loves you, Dennis.
I know.
Well, it'll take time for the both of you to work out the problems you're having. But you'll make it, I know.
Maybe. Only I'm not sure it's worth the effort.
Something is really eating at you.
Yes, it is, Dad.
Well, tell me. Is it the film Paige made?
Yes, it still bothers me, Dad.
But I thought you'd gotten over that.
I thought so, too. Maybe I was wrong.
Well, Dennis, we all have things in our
Oh,
past.
Dad, come on. I don't expect Paige to be perfect. It's not just the film.
It's what?
It's the thought of her... It's the thought of her lying there in another man's arms that way. Tears me up inside.
Does it?
I'll never be able to hold her again without thinking
Oh,
of...
Dennis, you'll get over that.
Will I, Dad? I'm not too sure.